This is crap. This is crap. And this is crap. Or are they? Today I'm going to show you a tool that the blade companies probably don't want you to know about. Let's check it out. We got a cool one here from Chicago Electric Power Tools. Picked this up at the Harbor Freight. Ran me about $59. So if this works correctly, I might be able to pay this machine off within 2 blade sharpenings. Now the model number on this is 96687. Again, picked it up at the Harbor Freight for around $59. You can also find these on Amazon. It's a different name, but basically the exact same tool. It's a little bit more expensive at around 60 bucks. I'll put links in the description for both of those. But all in all, this thing is actually built a little bit better than I thought it would be. Everything on here is basically metal other than some of the plastic casing. Really simple to put together. There is a little bit of a learning curve, which I'll show you. We're going to take some old blades, right, and we're going to sharpen these. Now, we can go up to 15.5 inches on this tool sharpener right here. Now everything else is metal on this. You get a nice little clip right here. I'll show you that. That's a little wonky, but it does work okay. Got a handle. This handle is actually supposed to go over this way, but because I'm right-handed and I sit over this way, I go like this, and not a big deal. Again, everything else, the base, all metal. You can even bolt these down to a table if you want. You're going to get some caps here. You're going to get some springs. You're going to get some wrenches. You're also going to get not only the diamond blade to sharpen the wheels, you're going to get another wheel here. These are good for 4-inch emery blades. Now, when I first went to turn this on, I figured it was going to be loud, obnoxious, noisy. Check this out. That is all the louder it gets. Extremely quiet. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to set this up. We're going to sharpen a blade and see how it comes out. Now, 2 blades I'm really excited about sharpening is one from the DeWalt table saw that I've been using nonstop, and one from my older 12-inch rigid miter saw. I'm not trying to say I'm cheap, but I'm cheap. And I have not used this. You can see the dust buildup for quite some time just because I did not want to buy another freaking blade. Now this is 60 tooth and it is older. We'll cut something here and then we will sharpen and cut something else. So I'm actually excited about seeing how this actually works out. All right, let's take a look and see how this thing actually works. Pretty simple. Once you fine-tune it, it's not bad. But you have an arm here, goes left, right, in, out, swivels. This is where your blade is going to go. Then over here is your clip. This is where it actually will sit inside of your blades here, and it will catch. And when you go like that, I'll show you. Then over here, this is basically your adjustment. So it's going to allow your blade to go on there like so, and it'll keep it up so it doesn't start dipping like this. I'll show you how to set that up. Then you have your handle over here, which if you pull this forward towards you and then backwards, that'll actually move the blade. So that's pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the DeWalt blade on first. This thing is a freaking nightmare now because it's basically just dull. And I've been doing a lot of ripping, a lot of cutting with this. We're going to put it on. I'm going to show you how this sets up, and we will go from there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our blade on. You can see there's nothing there. And we want the teeth to face that way because this is where it's going to catch right in the notches. So now you got this cone-shaped piece. That's going to sit down right inside the blade hole. Now you got to put your spring on. This comes with this. So you can put that spring on like that. And then you have a washer you're going to put down right like so. And this piece right here, we're just going to tighten it down, tightening up. I'm going to be honest with you, this is a heavier duty plastic, feels really good. I was kind of shocked about that, but not bad. We're going to tighten it down to the point that this doesn't move like this, but at the same time you don't want to crank it to the point that you can't turn that blade because you're going to have to turn it manually. So just make that snug, and that should be good. So that is your first step. So here comes the second step. This is loose here. You can see this just moves around like so. What we got to do is line that blade up like so, right on that diamond cutting wheel. Once you get that to where that blade sits flush, just like that, we're going to tighten that down. And you can see that we have our post here. This is resting up on top. This is adjust up and down as well. But now that we found our area, just like so, we're going to tighten that bolt down. Just to let you know, you can also loosen this here just by turning it, and you can slide this. So basically everything is adjustable, and you can actually bevel this a little bit. So that is also pretty cool. And just a quick tip, you want to make sure that when you go to adjust this, that your blade is all the way in. You don't want to do it out there, tighten it down, and find out that you're going to cut into your blade. So we are all the way in right now. Alright, so now what this should do is actually prevent it from, again, coming this way. We're going to move that blade back, because that's what we got to do. And go like this, and that'll actually lock in there like so. And now we should be able to get that cut. Should be just lined up. Just like that. Now when that wheel is turning, it won't be sticking like that. But let's go this way again. Go there. That should work perfectly. Alright, let's try it. Now all we got to do is turn this on, and hopefully we can sharpen this up. Maybe I should have put this on the left hand side for camera angle. Alright, so you can see the first one went. I stood up. So you guys can see this. I'm going to go back in like so. That one. One missed. So what should happen is I should be able to turn this, and it should automatically adjust to where I need it. Sometimes it wants to go too far in. Sometimes it doesn't want to hit it exactly right. So you have to be careful with this. You can see that blade is a little bit too much. So let me shut this off and let me try to readjust here. That blade, you can see it's a little bit wonky when you try to set it up. What will happen is I'm going to come over and cut it right there now. So that's a little bit irritating. So let me try to readjust. Alright, so basically all I did was just loosen that up, brought it back over, tightened it back down, and then readjusted this by bringing it up a little bit. Let's try it again. That's where it gets a little irritating. Now, if this would actually go on the notch by the tooth, then it wouldn't be such an issue. So what I'm doing actually is just moving this over, and then letting the force of the blade move by itself once I bring this blade in. You can see how that slid in, and I actually messed it up. You gotta be careful with this. It gets kind of annoying. Let's try this again. very frustrating sometimes. That was the first one we sharpened there. Okay. So now all we got to do is take this off. And I can tell you right now, just from feeling this compared to where it was night and freaking day. And this is a 10-inch blade. Again, it will sharpen up to 14-inch blades. 12-inch blades, as big as I got. But yeah. Alright. So let me zoom in and see if you can see these here. Not sure how well that's picking it up, but you can definitely see some shine right there. And they are much, much sharper than what they were before. So let's do the rigid blade real quick. So a couple reasons again why I stopped using the saw. One was it is freaking heavy, man, and number two, it is a beast of a saw though. Number two, well, I didn't want to buy another blade because I'm cheap. So let's try this here with the blade, just how it was. You can see it's rusty under there. You got a little bit of sharpness, but you can feel that a lot of them are actually dull. So let's check it out. It's not going bad through the wood. Just finish that up. So you can see there's some burning right there on the wood, just because this blade, I'm telling you, it's been used a lot. Definitely got to put some force down on that. So let's see what it does after we sharpen it. Holy crap, holy, that was freaking tight on there. Alright, so let's move this over here, just like we did last time. All we got to do now is put our little cone shape collet right there, and we're going to put our spring on, we're going to put our washer on, and we're going to put our tightening knob down. Not too tight yet. We got to bring this over here, put it up on our leveler, tighten this down a little bit more. And once we do that, we're fine. Now we can adjust this blade right up to the wheel itself. And I don't think that's going anywhere. Good enough. Got some nice movement there. Alright, just like we did last time, we're going to adjust this blade so it goes up smooth. Make sure this is all the way in, by the way. Looks like we're good right there. So now we got to tighten this down to make sure it doesn't move on us. Now I'm actually thinking that this is going to work better. See how that went down in the notch right there? It actually works better when you're up against the teeth for some reason in those slots. So let's turn it on and see what it does. I'm going to pull this back real quick. Make sure that we're lined up. You can see how that went back a little bit, so we're actually going to have to adjust this a little bit more. It's a little frustrating. Alright, so we went back to the miter saw with the sharpened blade, same 2x6. We're going to see if it takes as much force to bring it down. This was not the dullest blade. That DeWalt blade was very dull. And I actually tried that, put that back on, and it rips like nothing right now. So I'm really happy with that. But let's see if it takes as much force to bring this blade down through. Cuts real nice. No freaking burn marks on this, so that's good. Let's try one more. Oh, I can actually use this miter saw again. Who knew? Check that out. It's pretty wild. It's a nice smooth cut. You know, is it as good as a brand new blade? I'll say, I haven't used it as much as I should to give that comparison. But I will tell you, it actually does cut very smooth. Really nice. So here's the deal, people. If you've never swore a cuss in your life, you're probably going to if you get this. Just because there's a learning curve to it. Once you get the hang of it, though, I will tell you, it's probably not going to bring your blades back to the condition of new, but it will definitely sharpen them. And you will definitely save money with this tool. Now again, I don't have anything to do with Harbor Freight. I really could care less about them. But when you find a cool tool, it's a cool tool, you know, and I wanted to bring it to you. I think there's some things that could be improved, but for the price and the money you're going to save, I don't think you can. Shut up, dog. Shut up. I don't think you can beat it. You know, I really don't. You know, I got a bunch of different blades here that I've sharpened, the Milwaukee blades, all the way up to 12-inch, all the way down to 7 1/4. And this right here, this was another dull blade that was just ripping the wood up, and it actually sharpened this up to the point that it cuts really, really nice again. So listen, for 59 bucks, check it out. I mean, it is not bad at all. Very quiet. As far as build goes, it's okay. You know, it's not bad. It's just a $59 tool. But what's cool about this is that if your diamond wheel gets a little worn down, you can just flip it over. You know, or you can go out and buy another one. And it also comes with the emery blade. So that's cool as well. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope it helps you. I hope it's another cool tool that maybe you didn't know about. Shut up, dog. And if you do like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. Check us out at toolreviewzone.com. Come say hi to us on the Instagram page. We'll be back with more videos soon.